Hey Capricorn, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week I'm doing readings for our single Capricorns. As you can tell, I am somewhere different. I'm actually traveling at the moment, so this is my sister's house. So sorry for the different audio and whatnot. Hopefully it's nothing too annoying for everyone, and excuse me in advance if you do hear the kids playing in the background. There is a bit of a noisy children in the house at the moment, so sorry about that. But like I said, doing our singles readings this week, make sure you do leave a comment on one of my videos and you will go in the draw for that free personal reading. I'll be drawing that when we hit our first 100 subscribers. So, make sure you like and subscribe as well so you can keep updated. But thank you so much for all your support so far, everyone. But today I am using the Lenormand of Japan deck there. I also have the Angel Answers Oracle with me, as well as those gorgeous heart-shaped Lovers Oracle cards. All right, but we'll get straight on into it. And firstly, we'll have a look at sort of the current love energy around our Capricorn singles. What's going on in love for our Capricorn singles, please? Ooh. Okay, and all right, so Capricorn, firstly, we do have the book card coming out, okay? So kind of feels like you guys are not sort of knowing exactly where your story is going next. It feels like it's a bit of a time of upheaval for you at the moment, sort of looking back at where things have been, not really 100% sure where exactly we want our story to go. The book is all about, the next chapters coming up, the story of our lives, basically, and it's kind of giving me that vibe today of, a lot of unknown factors, sort of not knowing what characters are going to be introduced in the next chapter, just not really having a clue really of what that next chapter is going to entail, and maybe not even sure what you want that story to look like in the near future. So it really feels like a lot of unknown factors when it comes to love for you at the moment, Capricorn. We also have that bear energy, okay? So the bear is, one of the strongest, most powerful cards in the deck. It really does talk about, staying strong, standing in your power. You maybe, while we're in that book energy, maybe just sort of refinding your own power and strength to sort of face things. It is quite a protective energy as well. So it's kind of like, a little bit like you may be feeling a little bit guarded and protective of, of yourself when it comes to love. But it is quite stable. But, it does warn us sometimes to not be a little bit too defensive. Okay, so, if you get too close to the bear, it will, rear up and hurt you, so to speak. And I feel as though maybe Capricorn, there may be some of you out there that aren't sort of willing to let people too close to you at the moment, being just a little bit too overprotective. Okay, so make sure we're not being overprotective. Obviously be protective of our heart, but more so in a way that we are standing in our own power. It is, like I said, a very strong card. So really focusing on your strength, the things that you have, being strong enough to get through in your life already. So using that book energy to sort of look at all the things I've actually already been strong enough to face in my story, so I can kind of face anything that comes my way from here on out. I don't need to be so overprotective of myself, because I am strong and I am powerful. Even though this is not a Capricorn card, I do really associate it with Capricorn energy. It's that perseverance to be the strong person, to stand in your own power, to be a leader when needed, so it's quite a strong sort of Capricorn vibe card anyway. But then we do see a brand new adventure starting, Capricorn. So we do have the ship card that has come through. So that really does sort of show us that, there is brand new adventures starting for you. These next chapters are going to sort of happen whether you like them or not. So really looking at it as though it's a brand new adventure, rather than anything that you need to, be on guard against or anything like that. It really is an adventure. There may also be a lot of distance coming through. Sorry, won't be a second, Capricorn. Sorry about that, Capricorn. Like I did say in the intro there, we are in a house with children at the moment on a bit of a traveling holiday ourselves. So I am a Capricorn as well. So definitely got that travel vibe coming through with that ship card. Okay, so we may be seeing this as brand new starts, brand new adventures in our love life. But for some of you, like me, this is actually probably talking about physical travel and sort of having to get out of the house and travel somewhere. You may be meeting someone while you're traveling. You may have to travel in order to, catch up with people, those sorts of things as well. So it could definitely be talking about physical distance and physical travel as well. So, I just, yeah, like I said, I myself am traveling at the moment. So I definitely resonate with that coming out today. Okay, but we'll have a look at, what's coming up next. So if that's the current energy, we want to know what is next for our Capricorn singles, please. What's coming up for our Capricorn singles in love? Okay, and I'll just get a clarity on that message. Can I just get a clarity for that message, please? Okay, so we firstly have the winter card coming out. All right, so that winter card, I do read the seasons as my own. It is currently winter here in Australia, so it will be for another 2 months yet. So we are looking at some pretty current near future energy coming through with that. It could also be talking about a particular person in our energy who is quite, cold, icy type person. They may be very guarded and, give that sort of winter vibe, when it comes to that, especially because I do have the letter coming through as well. So the letter really is a communication card. So it talks of all sorts of communication, like texting, emailing, in person, all those sorts of things. For some of you, the winter card could actually be talking about you, Capricorn, because we did see that bear for your energy. The bear energy and this as a person energy can be quite similar, like somebody who's a little bit detached, protective, can come across to other people as, a little bit icy and cold. So just be aware that, if that is you, Capricorn, maybe not acting so detached at the moment, and maybe letting people a little bit closer to us, not being quite so protective and defensive of ourselves, and letting people in, being a bit warmer to others, I suppose, at the moment when we're meeting people, especially when we're communicating with people. So like I said, even if it's talking online or talking in person, texting, phone calls, any sort of communication, maybe just trying to not be too cold when we're talking to people. It's probably not in our best interest at the moment with that energy coming out. But like I said, it definitely could be somebody in your energy. So if you don't identify as, being a little bit cold or detached, it's going to probably be somebody around you, with that side note of that current sort of timing. Even though we're sort of asking what's coming next, we are just sort of looking at a pretty insular time period here. So even as a near future time period, we are sort of limiting that to, the next month or so. All right. We also have the serpent coming out. The snake card has come out. So a lot of the time, that snake card can talk about, physical intimacy, something that is, in our energy where we actually have that ability to, follow a bit of physical temptation, a lot of passion, desire. Temptation comes through with that snake card. It can also talk about, right next to that communication card, for some of you, I do feel as though if this is, if this is somebody who you're talking to somebody and they're acting quite detached, I would also just have a little bit of warning with that, that there may be some sort of deception. Maybe they're acting cold because they are trying to, withhold information or deceive you in some kind of way. It's not feeling like a very strong sort of thing. It's just something little and not, you know, nothing too worrisome, but it's going to be there for maybe one or two of you, that there is a little bit of deception if that is somebody, around you rather than yourself. All right. So and make sure, once again, if that is you that is vibing as the icy sort of energy, just be careful that you're not being deceptive in the way that you're communicating. All right, make sure you're being open and honest when it comes to communication. Just being a little bit more aware of not being detached, and being a little bit more vulnerable when it comes to communication at the moment. But we do have that clarified by the anchor. Okay, so definitely heading in to a lot of stability and durability and tenacity, and this sort of energy, it may feel like it's weighing you down a little bit, but it's kind of like to keep you secure, to keep you steady, especially when we've had that ship come out as well. All right. So we do sort of need they go together. You do need the anchor when you do have the ship, because the ship is going to, start those new adventures. But if you don't have an anchor to, hold you steady, if there is a storm come through, you're going to sail off away, and you're never going to find yourself again. So it does really keep us steady and grounded, through all this sort of stuff. So definitely seeing the potential, though, with that snake card, the potential for a sort of short-term fleeing, a very physical connection is definitely possible in your energy at the moment. And I would sort of expect some communication about that pretty soon, all right, because that communication card has come out. But we'll see what's going on with the angel answers cards for you. What's going on in love for our Capricorn singles, please? Okay. So we do have the weight card has come out first, but I do feel as though that's sort of referring to that bear and that winter energy. Weight, make sure you're not, being too insular. Wait, make sure you've got that steadiness before you, set sail. That kind of a vibe is coming through with that weight card. But we also have don't stop. All right, so you're on the right path, Capricorn, definitely on the right path. Don't stop, but also be assertive. All right, so, we want to be assertive, especially with that bear out. We do want to be assertive, but not over protective or over assertive, that kind of a vibe. Assertive is that fine balance, but don't stop focusing on having that it's like that equal give and take. You want to start that adventure and have that movement, but you also want to have that stable foundation as well. So really, really sort of seeing here that, especially when it comes to communication at the moment, and starting new adventures within your love life, really making sure that we've got our own sense of stability and assertiveness and boundaries, okay, before we are moving forward and jumping into anything. All right, but we'll see what wants to be added with those lovers oracle. Capricorn singles, please. Capricorn singles. Capricorn singles. I must be actually getting better at shuffling these cards, Capricorn. They're not flying out all over the place anymore. Okay. Dropped one. Okay, so that is the Passion card, okay? It does say a magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. Okay, so the interesting thing is this actually just came out for, I believe it was Taurus. And it did actually come out with the Snake card as well. Okay, so like I said, with that passion coming out, you know, that desire, that hot physical fling. It is a short. The snake is a you know, a short-term sexual um, attraction or physical connection rather than you know, anything more emotional or whatever. So we do see that as that passion surrounding you at present. So you do have the opportunity to enjoy that if that's what you want. We also have the My Beloved card, okay, and it does say, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. All right, so I do feel as though, you know, for some of you, we are needing to travel to, you know, find someone who is going to sort of set us on fire a little bit there. But I also feel as though that is actually a specific message for one person out there, that there may be somebody that you are already, you know, feeling is your beloved, that even though you are physically apart, spiritually, you are still united with, and sort of just sort of giving you that knowledge there for whoever that is, that, you know, they are still in your energy and they are still connected to you, okay, Capricorn. But it's letting us know that, you know, if you do want to sort of explore some physical stuff at the moment, you've got that option too. But that's what I have for you today, Capricorn. I hope that helped. Let me know in the comments how that resonated for you. But thank you all so much for your time.